Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, Muscle. Hello, Joe. Hello, Claire. Hello, MC Scott. Hello, everyone joining this live stream. Can't hear. Maybe we could do this today. You could tell me where I can go to have my ears cleaned. Not that that'll matter. Or maybe get a hearing aid or something. Okay. So here we go. Gnome Hunter is here. Good to see you, Gnome. Mr. Cuff is here. John Van Dam is here. Ruben is here. Fantastic. It's going to be an amazing show. Yesterday was not that great. Dolly Bannister, who was Daddy Bannister, whatever, from over there in Laos, the people of Laos. The French called it Laos, like the Laos, whatever. But it's I googled it, and it should be called Lao. I think, man. What do you think? Maria is here, very well behaved. Thank you very much for being here. John Van Dam is here. So we are building. Everyone come in and say hello to let me know that you're here. We're good. We're in our Christmas doldrums, I think. That's what I think it is. I have to blame Christmas for this. I have to blame Christmas. It's not the best time. It's not the best time of the year. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? We'll keep it like that. Anyway, so today is the 30th of December 2025. We've been in business here since June, July, August, September, October. June, July, October, September. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Seven months. This is our 198th day that we have streamed. Lewis Schaffer has learned a lot about streaming. I've learned a lot about it. I've learned that I don't even want to say what the problem is. The problem is that is that I can't hear you people. That's why you've got to speak to me. You can't be upset if I can't get back to you. You've got to speak to me on the chat. I mean, maybe I should have more guests. I don't want to have more guests. I like it this way. My son nearly read it at my mom's and changed it to a chocolate cake poem, says Joe. Good to see you, Joe. Really good to see you, Joe. I mean, I don't know what's going on out there. I'm like background noise. Lewis, Specsavers do hearing aids and tests, and doctors used to do a cleaning out of the ears, but now you have to pay 30 to 40 pounds privately. Okay, maybe I'll have to do that. I'll have to go to Specsavers. That's exactly what I wanted to hear, Claire. I mean, it's not good news, but it is information, and that's what I need to hear is information. So having, as usual with all these shows, they always start off slowly and then they build, because I don't know what we're going to be talking about. I should be more prepared. I should be like Stephen Allen, not Stephen Allen, like Stephen Allen. Joodles love Stephen Allen. I like Stephen Allen too, but I can't be like Stephen Allen. He's trying to be professional, and I'm not. I'm trying to be appreciated for what I am, for what I'm doing right here, whatever that means. And I think in the end I'll be rewarded in some way. If it's funny, if it's not funny, I'll do something else. We will all do something else. I don't feel like. I mean, the numbers have basically stabilized. They started off at 500 and then they went down, and now they're 250 watching every single show. Is that a lot? It's a lot for somebody who's not famous. That's what I'm doing. I mean, what can I do? I don't even know what I can do, but this is what I'm doing. This is what I am doing. And I appreciate you being here. John Van Dam says, "Hey, Lewis, have you seen Brother Culture or the dude who was on the show before him since they were last on the stream?" No, I haven't. I mean, I should speak to him. I haven't spoken to him in depth. Why? Why do you ask? You are famous, though. I'm not famous. Claire, thank you very much for saying that. Well, we think you're doing a good job, and that's why we tune in. I do appreciate you saying that to me. I shouldn't have to ask for that. I shouldn't have to ask for the appreciation of the people here. Should I have asked for the appreciation of the people that are here? Before we get started, make sure you like the stream and you subscribe to the stream. Make sure you go to Discord so you can join the Discord thing. That's not right. Discord. Also in the background, can you see Lewis Schaffer at Twitter? Make sure we go Lewis Schaffer at Twitter. And you know what you can do? You can get a ticket for that. You can buy a ticket for the Comedy Unleashed show. How about that? What do you think of the New Year's Eve celebration being put off partly worldwide? I think it's a load of shit. They are scared of their own shadows. No, they should be put off because we're in a state of war. And, I mean, should they be put off? Yes, they should be. I mean, until we deal with the problem. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I sounded like I knew the answer to that, Gnome. But, I don't know. I mean, what do? We're letting in people who hate this country. People who are not Christians, who are trying to destroy, who can't help but destroy this country. They think they're going to win this way. And they might win this way. So what can be done? What can be done? Hold on a second. What's going on here? This is not working out well. I'm looking at the stream right here. Oh, yesterday's show had 211 total viewers. I haven't put the show back on the air. So this is people who have searched for the show. Just search for the show, 211. And the day before, 268. And the day before that, 286. So we're doing 270. We're doing very well. We're building up an audience, building it up. Gnome says to Joodles, is Joodles here? It's been 2 very long days driving back and forth. South End, family dramas preventing me from tuning in. Okay, well, that's right. Yeah. I mean, what do you think about? What do you think about it? I think. I think we should be aggressive. We should start nuking people. Did I just suggest that? I think we should start fighting back against this. 'Twas just last thing. I found both fascinating. Both you, Lou. But you, Lewis, you are the favorite. I like you. Yeah. Okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate being told that. That's what I need to be told. I'm unbelievably needy. It's not attractive. Girls don't find it attractive. But I'm more needy than you. Just remember that. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm less needy than you. I don't know what I am. I'm not begging. People think, oh, you're begging for love, and I am begging, but I can live without it. Anyway, Joodles is here. Welcome, Joodles. Welcome, Joodles. They should not be put off, says Mr. Cuff. We need to show these people that we will not be canceled, and they can try as hard as they want. but it won't be beaten or stopped. Exactly. We should kick him out of the goddamn country is what needs to be done. We should kick him out. Iran, Iran, Iran. I thought yesterday's was proper funny. It didn't feel that funny to me. I can't tell anyway. I can't tell. Janice is here. Lewis, what have you got all down your front? I don't know. I washed it today. I think I need to clean the washing machine out. I always forget to clean the washing machine. 11 likes, 22 people watching. 2 strong numbers. How about 22 people like and 22 people watching? How about let's go with that, John Van Dam? It's not the first time or the last time this happens. But for now, the storm has settled. Laugh out loud. This is what Noam is talking about to Joodles. I don't know what you're talking about there. I'm like skipping ahead. Marianne is here. Hey there, everybody. Hope you're enjoying this festive season. Are you Marianne from Peekskill? Is that your new name, Marianne? Or are you another Marianne? Black fabrics have a tendency to show streaks when the tumbler is too full. It could be that. Yes, it could be that. I mean, I need to work on the thing. I need to do a lot of different stuff. A lot of different stuff. Marianne says, let's like and subscribe. Let's like it. It sounds like a song already. Marianne is here from Peekskill, New York. Is there snow up there? Did you get a lot of snow in the latest snow thing? We'll find out what's going on. Because we here in London don't get any snow. Is there any snow anywhere in the country? And let's include Scotland in that. Is there snow up there in the Cairngorms or whatever it's called? And Joe is here. Hello, Joe. She's saying hello to Marianne and Marianne. And Claire is saying hello to Marianne. Hello. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I think you can't give up your Christmas things. We've got to start doing what Donald Trump is doing, which is kicking people out of the country. Make them sign a loyalty oath. And if you tell them if they are arrested, they'll be kicked out of the country. And maybe we'll kick the entire family out. Do we have a confirmation of 2006 tour dates yet? I want to make an effort to show up, says you. Well, the 10th, or maybe it's the 9th, I forget. Is it the 10th or the 9th? Is going to be the first day. And I'm going to start working on my new comedy act. I'm one of the best stand-up comedians. I'm an internationally famous stand-up comedian and actor and political pundit, recently seen on GB News. So I should be prepared for this stuff. Your troubles will soon be behind you, Marianne. Is that a prayer, Joodles? Marianne is named in a popular Welsh song. Susp and Fatch. I don't know that song. I know So Long, Marianne. That's one of Claire's favorite songs, favorite music of what's his name, Leonard Cohen. So Long, Marianne. That's the spirit, Lewis. Go smash it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna smash it. I'm one of the most interesting stand-up comedians. I may not seem that way here. Sometimes I come on here, I'm all depressed, I'm all tired. I don't get enough sleep at night. It's really horrible for me. At night, I might get a couple. What app should I use to track the sleep that I have? What app? I so want to go and see Lewis Schaffer live. Yes, it'll be amazing. It will be amazing. And you'll say, oh my God, I know that guy. That's Lewis Schaffer. People really, really enjoy that. They enjoy seeing internationally famous stand-up comedians as seen on GB News recently, live. I mean, I would want to see it too. I want to see you. Kermit is here. Hey, Marianne, how you feeling? Kermit asks. How are you feeling? Leonard, So Long, Marianne. It's a fabulous song. I mean, I love Leonard Cohen. I love Leonard Cohen. I should absolutely do a special show just for you, Claire. He should. I should. Can you sort that out, please, Lewis? It's up to Claire. I'll go to anybody's house. if you're a girl and you tell me you're thin. I'll go to anybody's house. I'll do anything. Fitbit does a good job tracking sleep. Okay, maybe that's a good idea. So I'll go to CEX Fitbit sleep. Unfortunately, I hate having something on my wrist at night. Do you like that? You, Janice. I don't like having it. I mean, I prefer, is there something that I can put on my phone, like a sleep tracker on my phone? Why are so many people not able to sleep? I know of so many people who are struggling to get a good night's sleep because we're in a war. We're in a war situation right now, Mr. Steve Cuff. It's a war, and I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous, and then sometimes people call me in the middle of the night. Sometimes people call me, and I gotta, and I talk to them, and then I get all whatever for other reasons. Dream City every night for me, at least. It's interesting. Yeah, I mean, some people really love to go to sleep. I don't love to go to sleep. I think I should go to sleep, and I don't go to sleep. How do you go to sleep? Jesus wept wrists. What do you mean Jesus wept wrists, Judas? Jesus wept wrists. I don't know what that is. Put a notepad and pen beside your bed. It's a lot cheaper. You know what? I'm going to even write that down. I'm going to write that down. Put a notepad. But then I sit in bed and I don't know how long I've been sitting there trying to go to sleep. Okay? I don't think about it really. It's just built into my watch, and every so often it tells me how often I wake in the night and what's my percent of REM sleep, etc. It's a Fitbit. Can I buy an older Fitbit? I don't want to buy a brand new one. I want to go to CEX and buy this. I'm Fabmin, Claire. I'll easy sort the logistics out for you both. Okay, thank you very much, Joodles, for that. Hi, Lewis, hun. Hope you're well. Hello, Chartel. Chartel is here. A round of applause for Chartel. Okay. I love sleep, and I love dreaming. Dreaming is ace. Yeah, well, not nightmare dreaming, but I know some people go, oh, my God, I love sleeping, and I'm not one of those people. I love eating. There are people here who don't like to eat, but I like to eat, but I don't like to sleep. I like to go on the computer and watch YouTube videos, but I don't like to sleep. I don't. It annoys me too, Lewis. I always take my rings off before bed. Hand gets all sweaty and whatnot. Yeah, and you got this thing. There's something very irritating. And then it's a plastic band, so you get all sorts of redness and irritation on that, Gnome Hunter. So I agree with you. And Gnome says hello to Chartel. I love you, Chartel. Marianne is back. I've been sleeping a lot. Had very vivid fever dreams. Alternately, having chills and fever, sleeping in Connor's room. So I won't disturb my husband. Very fatigued. No appetite. Well, you want to get rid of the common cold, the common flu, the common fever, it's all the same thing, is hot baths, warm rooms, and maybe don't eat. Don't eat. Maybe don't eat. Maybe drink warm water. Get warm. That's the most important thing. I think I'm getting just a bit overexcited, Claire says. Did Lewis just make a note on his notepad to get a notepad? Yes, I did. Notepad for sleep. I'm going to write it down for sleep. And that's MC. Scott said that, I think. And you said, and you, Janice, said a Fitbit for sleep. I just did. I'm not going to look at it again, but I might. I'm very rarely ill, so I find it really irritating. Well, that's what illness is. It's an irritation. Hoping I'll be well by the 4th of January so I can visit Connor up in Danbury. The truth is it up in Danbury? Is it over in Danbury? Why do I know more about Peekskill than you do? Isn't it right on the on Highway 84 into Connecticut? Lilith is here too. Lilith, beautiful Lilith. This is an all-girl time for Lewis Schaffer, all professing massive love for Lewis Schaffer. Good to see you, Lilith. You, Janice, says the last thing you want is a sweaty rig. It's a sweaty ring. No, I don't know what you mean by that. Birdseye is here. Hello, Birdseye. Welcome back also. The point is, I'm not sure about drinking plenty of water. Yes, maybe warm water with electrolytes in it. How about that? Don't try to lower your fever with medication. We need to be nice and warm. The whole idea is to get nice and warm. This is what your doctor. I'm a look at my face. Look at that thing right there. Look at that thing. Where is that? That's here. That's this side. Well, MC Scott is saying, get well, Marianne, and I'm with you. You'll be fine by then, Marianne. I'm sure of it, says Judith. Judith is always sure of everything. You can't be sure. If you don't take care of yourself, you could be sick. It's only a few days away. It's a few days away. Indeed. Gnome says, I already ruined a watch of mine from wearing it while sweaty. I'd rather not rust all my rings. Yeah, well, if you have to rust a ring, then maybe it's not gold. It's not gold or silver, I think, or silver. Yeah, thank you, Claire. Ladies do love a bit of me. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't understand what you're always talking about, Jules. But you're always saying it with such a definitive way of talking. It's always unbelievably definitive. Okay, Kermit says, I think the old couple next door must have moved on. The house is currently being renovated, with plaster being knocked off the wall. Staying up to play games with the Americans is a problem. Why? Because of the noise. Because of the noise. Yeah. Because and the time zone, five hours time zone. 5 hours time zone over there. It's interesting. Well, what did Lilith say? What's a sweaty ring? Could be like a rim. Thanks for the good wishes, Marianne. We wish you well. I wish you well. I hope you get well. I speak to people. And they get mad at me because I tell them what I think needs to be done to stop colds. Colds are irritations causing inflammation, which causes illnesses. It's all the same thing. You want to blame it on catching a tiny little germ. Well, you go ahead and you blame it that way. And the other thing is, Kermit says, that'll F your body right up. That's true. We need sun. We need low stress. We need vitamins from food. Lemsix always work for me. I always try to go without medications like paracetamol until it's unbearable, says Bird's Eye. Every time I get the flu, I guess, I end up on antibiotics. It always attacks my chest. That you've given 4 sentences of bad medical advice. I disagree with everything that you've said. You should not take any medication. If you're feeling ill, you go into the bath and you take a warm bath, number 1. Okay? Paracetamol lowers the temperature. You don't want to lower your temperature. You don't want to. Okay? If it's caused by germs, which are viruses, which are not bacteria, why would you take an antibiotic? Why would anybody take an antibiotic anyway? Do not take an antibiotic. This is Dr. Schaffer talking. You don't need, I've spent my life taking antibiotics. They are not good for you. They're not. Why should you treat your entire body when only one little part of you is sick? Warmth. Get warm. Come over to Lewis Schaffer. You could say that, Joodles. I don't, and you know, I know you think, oh, I hope he doesn't get mad at me for undercutting everything that I believe in, Joodles. And I'm not mad at you. You don't have to believe what I say. You don't have to. But it's, you know, you've got to eat the right food. You have to go on a low carb, low sugar diet. I remember when I was a kid and I got a cold. And what did they feed you? They used to feed us bowls of cereal and tea with tons of sugar in it. It's not good for you. Yeah, but we should start it because this is, we need to have this totally planted in our heads. Well, stop banging then, Lilith. My head has been killing me all day. I don't know what that's all about. Meat is the way forward, says Claire. Yes, it is. It is the way forward, and doctors want to give you pills. You know, why do we need to go to the doctors? Why are there any doctors? It's a total scam. I never, ever worry that you won't believe me, Lewis, ever. I didn't say that. I said I don't want people to believe. No, I'm not. I believe you. I believe you believe what you believe. But you're saying don't believe Lewis Schaffer. And I disagree with that. He believes no one. I don't believe anyone. That's so true. And there are people here who also don't believe anybody. I think Mr. Cuff and Vatanai, there's lots of people who we've been told so many lies by people who are supposed to know. How could you believe them, Joe? How could you believe people? I believe no one, especially people with medical degrees. It's an absolute scam. I don't. Okay, very sadly true. I don't believe people. Oh my God, Chartel says. Oh my God, just seen the car Anthony Joshua was in. Oh my God, it just flashed up on TV. Yes, well, he could use a doctor. That's pretty much the only time you need a doctor. The only time is when you're in an automobile accident and you've broken a bone. And even then, probably you don't. The whole idea of agreeing in belief is quite contradictory to Lewis's existence. Exactly. Why do we have to all agree? Isn't that what got us into trouble with the COVID lie? Isn't that what got us into trouble? I'm afraid to even say the word. Is that everybody says 97% like climate change. 97% believe this, or all the doctors believe in vaccines. And they were lying, CUNTS. Yeah, the guy's lucky to be alive. Medical care is only good for a few things. Maybe 5% of the things. Does it save anybody's lives? They just give you a pill, which I was thinking about this today, talking to a friend of mine. They just give you a pill, right? And then that pill causes side effects. And so you need another pill for the side effects. I agree it's a quick fix. I end up with a chest infection every time I get the flu, though. I'll be drinking orange juice and throwing it up, and it's green instead of orange. Okay, well, there are 2 or 3 sentences you wrote, Birdseye. Number 1, you shouldn't be drinking orange juice at all. It's too sugary. And it causes irritation, number 1. Okay? You have a chest infection, which means you've probably been coughing. Stop coughing. Coughing does not help. Stop coughing. It doesn't help. Why are you wearing the same T-shirt for the last 3 days, Lewis? It isn't. The other day yesterday I wore a black T-shirt. It's 2 days. This I've actually washed. I washed this last night. It's clean. I washed it last night. I thought if you don't wash your body, you have to wash your clothes. That's Rose's advice, and I follow her advice. If you wash your clothes, you don't have to wash your body. But the truth is, you don't even need to wash your clothes as much as you wash it. I wash it all the time. I've been addicted to cleanliness my entire life. It's only the last 5 years I've gone F you, where I stopped. I used to shave every single day. I mean, I shaved today, but I used to wash my hair every single day. Every single day. Thank you, Judith, for pointing that out. Every single day. You don't need you. Do, everything we've been taught to do is wrong. MC Scott says it's been washed. He overfilled the tumbler, causing streaks and staining. Can be brushed away with a brush, though. Could be that. Yeah, I overfill it. I tend to overfill it because my laundry guy says fill it up as much as you want to fill it up. So I just fill it up because I fill it up my clothes, and then I put my producer's clothes in it too. Yeah. So thank you, MC Scott. It's a good point. Joodles. I thought it was the mouse. It was a mouse top yesterday. Was it a mouse top? No, it was whatchamacallit. It was the moose, not the mouse, the moose. The moose, sorry, not the mouse. The moose. The moose. I didn't read that properly. The mouse, the moose. That was yesterday. It was that expensive shirt I got in America. It wasn't that expensive. I think it cost about £10. Brand new. Coughing caused me to get ill, Lewis. I know, it's true. You say, yes, don't cough. Don't cough. You're not cleaning out anything. Yes. It was Moose and Giraffe Day because Carnegie came in with a giraffe. The point is, coughing, says MC Scott, don't cough. Do not cough. Coughing causes irritation, causes inflammation. Yeah, you know what I need to, yeah. I mean, I can see it. I can't see as clearly as I did. I've had 7 months of reading hours a day with this thing. It's not, I'm not going to have glasses. How many clothes are in the laundry? Whose laundry? My laundry or in the laundry? As we were discussing as if we're discussing his attire. I mean, I used to care. Look at how great I used to look on the TV. I don't care anymore. Do you care? Do you need me to look that good? Maybe if I cared, if I got dressed up, if I was like Stephen Allen and I got like dressed up for the show and I was like really prepared for the show, but I can't be prepared. I don't want to be prepared. I did just sneeze twice, to be honest. That's what MJ Tigerfang. Hello, MJ. Is that don't try not to sneeze if you can. Where is C2? He's not getting pit. No, he's in the other room. I think he's going out to a party tonight. He's young. He's not even young. He's a party guy. He likes to party. People like him. People like him. His mood has been quite better, which makes it irritating for me. Bless you. Perhaps cut back on the carbs. Also, says Noam, cut back on the carbs. Carbs causes irritation. Irritation causes inflammation. How many times do I have to tell you this, Lewis? How do you know when you are getting old? When you cough and your balls sink to the bottom of the bath. Yeah. Well, yeah, I used to have a joke about that when you're like, when you're banging your girlfriend, your balls from behind, you're doing it from behind, and your balls come up and hit her right in the face, or hit him in the face if you want to do it that way. Hit her right in the face. That was one of the jokes I used to tell. Maybe what I'll do is I'll review all the jokes that I used to tell. It's a good joke, Chartel. I appreciate it. Alien Invader is here. Alien Invader, where are you from? How old are you? Are you a man or a woman? Are you fat? Are you fat? Bless you. Oh, woke up today, 77.6 kilograms. So I basically lost a kilogram in 2 days. You know what I mean? I can be thin now. I am in my 70s, 77 kilograms. And I'm looking great. Yes, we care. You look ace in a suit, but you can't be arsed. I mean, if you girls want me to wear a suit, what'll it mean if I wear a suit? The fact is, when I wear a suit, I got to iron a shirt, and it's so time consuming. If I wore a suit, would you want to do me, Joodles? Do the girls want to do me? Why is that so? Cuff says, oh my God. Especially if you're standing up. If you're standing up, you're not even lying on the ground. Yeah, it's gross. I think balls are gross. Apparently, balls float, though. Um, yeah, they might. I don't know. I don't know if they do or not. I never really paid attention to them. I made Lewis laugh. Yes. New Year resolution completed. Yes, Chartel. I can tell you're a funny girl. You're a funny girl. Are you fat? I'm asking. Birdseye, are you fat? I'm prepared to fat shame anybody, even beautiful women, even beautiful men. Are you a man or a woman? I forgot if you're a man and a woman. Birdseye. Alien Invader says he's from the planet Kiorgu. Kiorgu. Is that something that I should know about? I've never heard of that. I've never ever heard of that. You might as well throw your laundry in with mine if you're moving in next door. Save some water. Are you talking to Lilith? Are you moving in next door to Kermit? Kermit is good looking. I haven't seen the pictures of everybody here, but he's a handsome porn star director, not a porn star actor, but a porn star director. You could see him directing the film, wanting to get his break in working for Netflix or whatever. Which suit? Just thinking. Well, I have a gray suit. I've got a blue suit. I've got lots of sports coats. Maybe I'll go in the other room and I'll put on a sports coat. We'll take a 2 minute break and we'll do that. Possibly. Asks Joe. Would you find me attractive if I wore a suit? What about my birthday suit? Remember I took my clothes off and I was naked. I really enjoyed that. Brothers tuning in stream from the forest moon of Endor. Okay, I was in that at Pinewood Studios. I'll pay money for him to wear a waistcoat. No, no. I mean, I can't wear a waistcoat. I mean, unless it was super tight and I was super thin. I guess I could wear a waistcoat now if I was super thin. I'm a man. I was born a man. I identified as a man. Well, for now on, Birdseye, you're a female to me. I'm identifying you as a female. Alien Invader says he's not. She says, "Are you a boy or a girl, Alien Invader?" No, I'm not fat. I'm 98, whatever it is, 98,000 years old. I am 91. I am 9 million years old. Alien Invader. Well, you look amazing for your age. You look amazing for your age. I want more smartened attire. New words. New words. What does that mean? Attired, smartened, smartened, smartened. Well, I was born a boy and grew up to be a man. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'd still, even, if you're a trans, I would still do you. I would still do you. I would do you. I would do you all. I would do you all. I would do you all. I know that probably bothers people. Just awaiting my break in Pornywood. Yes, you'll get your break. Oh, you want to be a porn star too, or do you want to be a whatchamacallit? A a Do you want to be an actor? Or do you want to, whatever it is? Okay. If all you do is talk nonsense, you might as well be dressed smart to appear intellectual, since you don't sound it. Thank you, Gnome. That's actually a really good point. Well, that was the basis of my act, really. I looked like 1,000,000 pounds, and people would see me and they'd say, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" So, Gnome Hunter, I'm going to read what Gnome said again. And he's our number one participant in today's show. So I'm going to say that to you, is that if all you do is talk nonsense, you might as well be dressed smart to appear intellectual, since you don't sound it. Yes, thank you, Gnome Hunter. Thank you very, very much. I'm calling the Pride Police. Yeah. What, to get me a date? She's a cop and a pride policeman. I'm non-binary. I mean, most people are non-binary. I mean, you can't be non-binary, but other people could maybe say you're non-binary. What does that mean exactly, non-binary? Oh my effing G. If you were trans, I'd still do you. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. If you look good, if you don't have a beard, whatever, if you shave yourself nicely, I might. I've got blow up dolls in this flat. So why shouldn't I do a human being? Is that bad? Is that bad, Lewis? But would you want to be done? We must have choices. Yeah, I want to be done. I want to be done. I want to make people happy. I want, yeah, who knows? Who knows? Which is worse? Is a trans girl worse or a gay guy? Well, say you don't want to be known as gay. A trans girl is not gay. It's close to being gay. Um, I mean, what about you guys? Let's say you guys do not want to be gay, right? But you're lonely. Would you rather do a guy who's got a beard and looks like a guy, or maybe possibly be fooled? Be fooled. How about that? Jules is laughing. What are you laughing at, Jules? You're howling to get me a date. Be a trans guy. Yeah, do a trans to get me a date. To get me a date. Negan Core, The Walking Dead, and it's still a man-woman thing. If you had a DICK, I would still have these feelings. Don't really understand that. Negan Core from The Walking Dead. And it's not a man-woman thing. It's not a man-woman thing. If you had a D, I would still have these feelings. Is that feelings of love or feelings of yuckiness? I had a mate in college who used to say, "He who f's fussy, f's f all." Yeah, that's true. You got to, and that's what's happening with the world today. Men are too fussy. Women are too fussy. I mean, I'm not. I'm trying to be less fussy. How many times do I got to tell you girls how less fussy I am? I had a mate in college who used to say, "That's okay, sorry, Mr. Cuff, I read that again. No, you don't have blow up dolls. Stop bragging." That's funny, but maybe I do. Maybe I have a blow up doll. That's less of a girl than a human being who's on steroids, whatever. Alfie Cap is here. And Kermit asked, "How is that a brag that I've got blow up dolls? That I have enough money for blow up dolls?" I'm wood binary. Wood, or rather, I used to be. Says Alfie Cap. Good to see you, Alfie. Woodbine are old cigarettes that people, I guess, don't have anymore. Dreams and imagination, Joodles. Yeah, man has dreams. I've got dreams. A trans girl is a gay guy. Yeah, but she's put the effort into it. She's taking the pills. She's dressing herself up. She's acting in a certain way. Remember how men are. We like girls. And women like guys, generally speaking. They're not as picky as men, but they like, in terms of the way a guy looks, they put the work in. Joodles. Yes, a trans is a gay. No. Which dimension is Lewis speaking to us from? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that, Mr. Cuff? I'd rather be bloody lonely, Darkland says. Yeah, that's what a lot of women say that. And women, I was just thinking about this today. Women would rather be lonely, but they always have some guy that maybe that guy isn't paying enough attention to them, but they think, okay, this is my boyfriend. Or I'm going to get this guy to be my boyfriend. I don't need the perfect man. I've got this other guy. They'd rather have a perfect guy than nobody. There's fussy, and then there's desperate, Lewis. I'm not desperate. People sometimes perceive me to be desperate. I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate. I'm a loser, but I'm not desperate. Yeah, Judels is saying she's picky. Yeah, be picky. Be picky all you want to. Be picky all you want to, Judels. Joe says, Lewis, I'd rather do no one right now. I'm hoping to meet the wonderful right guy, which happens in all the movies. Yeah, we all want to do that. But do you actually? How do you meet the guy? How many stories? They all start out the exact same way from women. A lot of times they start out saying, "I thought the guy was horrible. I didn't like him. He really got on my nerves." And then I grew to like the guy. Isn't isn't that something that we hear a lot about? We hear that. Joe, everybody's hoping for the right guy, but and the truth is, 95% of all the men out there, women won't do. Whereas men will just, I'll do everybody. I'll do everybody. And then eventually you find that they got a pleasant personality. They're nice people. He can have all the dreams he wants, but they're not true. I've never watched The Walking Dead Bird's Eye. Who are you talking about? You're talking about me. The best show ever, Lewis. Seriously. Why is it the best show? Britain can't even get trans right. Thailand and Philippines put us to shame. They need to up their game, in my opinion, says John Van Dam. Yeah, 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 they dress up. They dress up and they look good. They 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 look good. I mean, there's nothing worse than an ugly trans guy. The guy who isn't even taking the steroids, who hasn't had the surgery, whatever. But I agree with you, John Van Dam. What shite are you even talking about? They have the perfect guy. Yeah, they have the perfect guy over there in the Philippines and in I don't know whether they do in the Philippines where the guys. First of all, guys they tend to be shorter there, so they look like girls. That's what he's saying, Joodles. They look like girls. Alan Williams is here. A round of applause for Alan Williams. How good is that? How good is that? Lewis, they don't exist. Okay? Maybe I'm cynical, but who wants to make do? Hang on. There is hope from the musicals. Well, don't the musicals talk like that? Aren't all the love stories which women are in with a girl is fighting some guy off because it's not perfect? Um, yeah. If I were a girl, I would. I mean, I don't. It's hard to say because men are really ugly, generally speaking, unless they're Lewis Schaffer, and I'm only good looking for in a much older person context. Um, Men says McCuff comes in and says women, men, chicks with D's, vacuum cleaners. I don't understand that either. Janice says 198th day of live streaming. Is this not a little misleading? Wasn't there a break for a week? No. We had a break for I think three days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I didn't include those days in the total. I didn't include those days. It would be 201 days if I included those days. Bird's Eye is laughing. You're laughing at these jokes. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not smart enough anymore. I used to be so smart. I don't understand the jokes. I'm also not from this country, so I don't watch TV in this country. Okay. Walking Dead was brilliant for a few years. Okay. I'm a bit too old for a happy ever after now, I think, Darklands, unless a miracle happens. Uh, why can't you be? Why can't you just say, I'm going to make some guy's life happy. I'm not, I mean, it, it's not. Why can't you say that? Why can't you say that? Why can't you say, I'm going to make Lewis Schaffer's life happy? Whatever that means. Maybe it means something as simple as like going out and buying him meat or cleaning his room, whatever it is. What about telling him he's amazing? Who knows? Has anyone ever seen Lewis in 4K though? I feel that this SD broadcast of GB News did. I was in the Duke. I was in Wonder Woman 1984. Sounds like I want to break free video for Queen. Kermit, who does you're saying to Mr. Cuff? Um, I said hello to you and everyone earlier, Alfie Cap, but mentioned a certain infamous German chancellor, but the message fell foul of the thought police. Okay, that's a lesson for everybody. Don't mention the famous Austrian painter who was taken on by Germany. Did he have an accent? Did he have an Austrian accent, which was noticeable? Possibly. Um, Noam comes in and says, I think he is gay regardless. Laugh out loud. He might never find out about the Thai one. I don't know what that means either. You, Janice. Most men just want someone who's up for it and can cook a full English. I'm not sure. Someone to take care of her. And I want someone to take care of me. I listen to. Okay. So that's what I'm saying, you, Janice, is that women need to, they need to, it's just simplicity what men want. Women don't understand that women, I mean, they want a beautiful girl, but if they can't get a beautiful girl, a really nice girl, loyal, that's basically all a man needs, loyal and nice. Yeah, where? Where you going?
C2 is going to get drunk again.
No, you're not.
I'm meeting a girl.
Can you have that? What is that? Is that an
Can I see
excuse?
my girl? Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Hello.
Vinny,
He's a bit atrocious looking, but okay.
you know what he is? You're fat.
Okay.
He's really fat.
All right. So are you then?
Would you? Can you do me a favor? Where are you going? Are you going to Weatherspoons because it's the cheapest? Um. Now I've lost my place here. Joodles. You are a karate champion, Alan Williams says. Is that true? Is Joodles a karate champion? I mean, whatever. Okay. I listened to quote, "We are the champions," unquote, earlier, Kermit. Me and my chum Tyler last played it in 2004 when we came home from the karate. This is Joodles talking, champion, and we both won gold medals. Humble brag, single, humble. Is my YouTube needing refreshing or is the video gone quiet for all? Has it gone quiet? Somebody say, has it stopped running? My thing is not running. I think you gotta press it. Otherwise, I don't know what you've got to do. I don't know what you've got to do. Hey, everybody, we have 19 people liking the stream. Everybody, let's like the stream. Let's subscribe to the stream. Let's go to hold on a second. My foot is in the air. My foot is in the air. Lewis Schaffer. Can we go here? But these are all the things we need to do. Can we go to Lewis Schaffer? Lewis Schaffer on Twitter. You're probably all on Twitter, just to be on the safe side. How about we go to Discord and we make sure we're all subscribed to Discord? Try refreshing. I don't think is it not working? Go to Discord. How about going to Patreon? Lewis Schaffer at Patreon. You know, what, you have no sound. How do you have no sound? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Now Lewis is shared. Okay. So go to Twitter, go to Discord, go to Ko-fi. That's the easiest way, Ko-fi. Go to Ko-fi. Go to Ko-fi. Go to Ko-fi. Go to PayPal. That's also paypal.me. Paypal.me. me/Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer. You know, that's why we stay in touch. I mean, not that I want to stay in touch with any of you people, except for the girls and maybe some of the boys. And like and subscribe. That's that's really important. If you like it, if it goes up to a certain percentage of people liking the stream, then what happens is it gets promoted to other people and new people listen to it. There you go. Joodles is talking dirty. Joodles. Dirty, dirty girl. Dirty, dirty girl. Dirty girl. Try refresh the stream if you can't hear anything. Still sounds good. It doesn't sound good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Weird shit. People speculation on different things like the Higgs boson. That's a big scam. That CERN thing is like a total scam. Total scam. Of course, if you smash things, you get smaller and smaller things. It's not science. That doesn't mean you found out anything about the universe smashing something. If you want to find out what makes a plane fly, you don't crash it into the ground. Blackadder. Yes, there you go. There you go. Boson, not Boston. Higgs Boston. I mean, that is a total, those people are the biggest liars in the world because they lie about the entire world. Physicists. I have zero respect for physicists. And I mean like zero respect. Their answer always is, we don't have the right answer, but this is the best we could come up with. That's what they always say. They're after the God particle now. Yeah, it's a lie. Then they'll find something smaller than that. There's only one physicist you need to know about. One physicist. Who is that? Who am I going to say? Who's that one physicist? You know the one physicist. But Mr. McCuff says people speculating about different things. I mean, and they didn't see anything, but they were told we've discovered it. So they all applauded, like the same people applauded the nurses during COVID. A big fat lie. A big lie. Even Stephen Hawking thought they should stop. Did he think that? He was an idiot too. And you know who else was an idiot? Albert Einstein. I've said it. And he's one of my people. He's one of my people. I'll be back in a second. I've got to find my book. I'm looking for my book. Now, where it is? Where is it? Where is my book? Where is my book? Where is my book? Maybe I don't have it anymore. What? Maybe I don't have it anymore. I can't find my book on Velikovsky. I'm sorry. Velikovsky. Scientists are doing all sorts of crazy things that they shouldn't, looking for answers, like what shape a tea bag should be, and getting money for that. Yeah, well, why are they called scientists? I'm a scientist too. You go read my profile on Twitter. It says I'm a scientist. It says I'm a this and it says I'm a that. I mean, Isaac Newton too. I mean, he would. I don't know. I was in a big depression about 10 years ago. Really big depression. Really big depression. And I was so depressed. See if I can find it here. See if I can find what I'm looking for. I've got a whole thing. Let me see if I can. What is this? Picture of a girl. I don't even remember who it is. But, how to potty train your baby? I could send that to people. Someone's interested in that. How to potty train your baby. And then here is a little mini book I wrote. I think this is the book. Anyway, about like how depressed I was, what I needed to do in my last year. And then I watched videos about Albert Einstein. And I was like, oh my God, he is so smart. And he's a Jew, and I'm a Jew. And people questioned him, but he was right. And, just keep on fighting, Lewis. Keep on fighting. And it really boosted my thing, boosted my mood. And then, you know what happened? Then I realized, wait a second. Did Albert Einstein just multiply by 0? What happened? I didn't even hear about the Channel Tunnel. What happened to the Channel Tunnel? Newton was a complete idiot. Homer Simpson was a genius. Yeah, it's quite possible that's the case. It's quite possible. There you go. There you go. Oh, here it is. I think I wrote this myself. I tried to make a book out of it. What is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. Maybe it's not called 14, 16, 20. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is not the book. It's about how to be happy in a marriage. This is how to potty train a baby. So simple. So simple. These are old jokes. Why am I showing this to you? What happened? What happened in the tunnel? Newton was definitely stupid. He sat under an apple tree during a season. They fall and got hit in the head. I think that's one of those metaphorical stories. I don't think he got hit in the head. I think he just said, "Oh, I watched it fall." It's like a lie. Lie. Is Mark the Rosian here? Is Mark the Rosian? Jules would like to speak to you. Lewis, what happened in the Channel Tunnel? Did anything happen? Should I Google what happened in the Channel Tunnel? What happened in the Channel Tunnel? Tunnel disruption. 7 minutes ago. It's brand new news. After tunnel disruption. Suspended after power outage. Resume. Face days of delays. Face a day of delays. Eurostar trains 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Major disruption. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Okay, what do you think happened? Maybe there's a blackout. That's what happens when you're at war. You think it's the enemy that's done everything. Sometimes it's our own effed up situation. What happened to William's Ted's? It's from the BBC, though. Well, what does that mean? Can we trust the BBC? I don't trust the BBC. That's another one of those organizations I do not trust. I don't trust anybody. Massive nuclear explosion in Russia earlier that shook Europe, apparently. But nothing on the MSN. No, because they'd say maybe we shouldn't be fighting in a war over there. I mean, I don't know. Massive nuclear explosion. Alan Williams, Who's playing tonight? I've just got in. I think these are the championship matches. Lewis will blame women for it. It all started with Eve. Well, it did. It did. She was pushing the carbs. And carbs are the biggest thing. Not the biggest thing, because it probably helped us as a species mass produce, but it's also has not been good for our mental and physical health. Joodles. I'm not going to read that, Joodles. I'm not going to read that. My other half has GB News on. Yuck. Who is that? Is that your husband? We are blamed for everything. Women. Yes, you are. Well, you are the root of all evil. You and the Jews. Oh, wait a second. I watched Talk for Jeremy Kyle. Talk TV for Jeremy Kyle. Yum. You like Jeremy Kyle. Okay, that's good. Glad you said that the right way round, Joodles. You've solved it, Steve. MJ Tagafang's talking to Cuff. The real answer to the Apple question. Okay, I will stop now. I can't post photos, Cuffy. Well, can we post photos on Discord? Go onto Discord and post a photo on Discord. Your hubby is watching. Okay, well, there you go. I prefer you not mention him, but okay. Okay. Jeremy is sexy. Do you guys think that Jeremy Kyle is sexy? Lewis, a lapsed Anglo-Catholic. Who is a lapsed Anglo-Catholic? Joe. GB News is total bias towards reform nowadays, and the off-communists have their paws all over GB News and Talk TV. Yes, they do. Well, maybe that's why I'm not on the air. Who knows what the reason is? Who knows? Or maybe I don't know. Afghanistan attack in hospital. Dave Toby. I'm going to have to look that up. What about the Afghanistan attack at hospital? Afghanistan attack in a hospital. Let's see, a 20-year-old man. Oh yeah. He was swinging. He was swinging a thing at these people. I mean, eventually, I've been watching so many videos and about the subjects that are interesting to me. One of them was about Albania, Asianometry, about Albania, and how the country used to be a Christian country, and then the Muslims took over. They converted everybody, or maybe, they converted everybody, so they became Islamic. Dave Toby. You're a lapsed Anglo-Catholic. Jeremy Kyle is a prick. He seems like he is. Quite a few of these people are like, they don't even like pretend to be journalists, like Piers Morgan, like Piers Morgan, yeah. Look what happened to Mike Graham over at Talk. He lost his job for a Facebook post. We don't know whether it's that, but it could be that. It could be that, or it could be he was being paid too much and they wanted to save some money and they could hire somebody young. Who knows? Who knows what goes on behind the scenes at these things? That's disgusting, Lewis. I hate blokes who swing their things at people. What did I say? What did I say? Did I say something like that? I don't know what I said. Lewis, your camera needs sorting again. Black bar at the bottom. Yes, you're right. Okay. I'm fixing it now. Can you see it? Hold on a second. Is the resolution good enough, do you think? I think I've done something to the resolution. It's not quite as good as it could be. Okay, here we go there. There we go. Are you going to the 16th May Tommy Robinson Festival, Lewis? Dave, Toby, are you doing that? You answer for yourself. I don't know. I don't know if I am. I might. I support Tommy Robinson in many ways, not completely, but he's a British leader for British people. He's an Englishman, and he's a leader for British people, and that's what we need. We don't need somebody from Nigeria or India or whatever, speaking for Britain. We need an Englishman. An Englishman. Amazing, the ascent of man before your very eyes. Darkland says they are just in it for the money. I've lost where we are on this stream. I've lost where we are. I think mostly it's a U.S. stream, says Gnome Hunter. Probably some lunatic cultist doing it for their god or whatever. What is that? One of my best friends is the person who had to go on the Jeremy Kyle trial thing as the guy killed himself in her flat. The court case went on. But because he was like bullying somebody. I mean, yeah. I mean, I didn't like those shows. They were bullying, if I remember correctly. I think that they were bullying. Pierce Morgan, the pigeon lady, out of Home Alone 2, says Birdseye. That was hilarious when Nick Fuentes was on his show. Yeah, possibly. I didn't see any of that. I should have seen it. Get Tommy on, Lewis. When this show is successful, and you people are making it successful by keeping the viewership, the participation high. When it's at a certain point, somebody will call us up and say, "Do you want to have Tommy Robinson?" And I'll say, "Yes, come on down. Come on down." Chartel, yes. Joodles Piers blocked me on X after I called him out for heckling dead children's phones. Yeah, well, that's an old reference. Isn't that an old reference? Yeah, that was probably horrible. Calling. I mean, it was good that it was done because now we know what kind of horribleness is done. A lot of horribleness is done in the name of the media. Tommy. Lewis, can I share your live stream on my channel? Of course you can. Of course you can. If you feel like doing it, yeah. I mean, I was angry with him at the same on the same thing, but never messaged him. Or would he? You wouldn't. This is MJ Tigerfang says this. I mean, they were different times back then. He's not that old. He's younger than I am. Piers Morgan, I think. I was angry with him in the same thing, says MJ Tigerfang. I think it was when Piers was editor of The Mirror. Possibly true. I'm not a big, when I first moved to this country, I thought, oh my God, this is so amazing. All these newspapers, all these national newspapers. Because when I was growing up, we only had 4 national newspapers, maybe 3. We had the New York Times, which was the newspaper of record. We had the New York Post, which was like an afternoon paper, but a bit ratty, owned by Murdoch. And we had the Daily News, which was like the newspaper for like working class people in New York, which I am not one. I'm not barely working. Okay. And then we had Newsday, which was sort of the Long Island paper. But the point is that, and you came here and you have the Mirror and the Express and the Daily Mail and the Times and the Telegraph. We had so many newspapers. And then I realized that all the papers here are just as bad as the American ones. The Washington Post, we didn't really get the Washington Post when I was in New York. I know they didn't have that kind of distribution. Didn't have the Washington Post. We had the USA Today, which was really, I mean, you don't know what the USA Today. It was a brand new newspaper. It was brand new. And the guy who designed it, Gannett, he said, we'll make lots of small little articles. So it wasn't like the New York Times, which had big articles. It had tiny little articles. And so it wasn't enjoyable to read. Fresh coconuts here. All my knowledge of the newspapers came from headliners on GB News. I have never bought a newspaper in my entire life. Similar to me, I used to read all those newspapers, and then I'd get yelled at because they said, you haven't read the newspapers. Or Josh yelled at me. And he didn't, he actually believed it, the wanker. Okay. He's a blow with the wind, wanker, Birdseye. Yes, that's what I would say. I don't know whether he is or he isn't, but he seems that way. You know. He was my best mate's lodger, says Joe. Awful. She found the body. That's horrible to find a dead body. Oh my God, that'll really scare you. That's how he stayed in the spotlight TV for so long. He just licks the appropriate boot for the time. Yes. Well, when he was living in America for a while, and he took up gun control, saying we English people are better than you because we have gun control. And he didn't realize how deeply ingrained guns are in America, that people love their guns. I wish I had a gun. I wish everybody had guns. You know, agreed 100%, Birdseye says to Joodles. 100%. He just wants to argue with people. And when the wind blows the opposite direction, all of a sudden his arguments change. Well, I mean, I'd be sort of a similar way. Do you think that I'm a similar way? Do you think I actually believe stuff? What do you think about that? I'm asking every one of you a question. When I was younger, before the internet, you read the newspapers, but never since. Yeah. Well, what else did you have to do? You used to read the newspaper. I used to read the New York Times every single day. I used to love it. And then you wake up I remember when Donald Trump says it's fake news. And I went, no, I didn't believe it. And then I realized it is fake news. It was terrible. Killed himself in her flat after being on the show. Yeah, that is terrible. That is terrible. Well, self-hate and self-mutilation are horrible things. They should not be promoted. Imagine going to a place to be put down. Imagine that. What an evil place that is. Guns don't kill people. Rappers do. Seen a documentary at BBC Two. Yeah. Yeah. Just because the purpose of owning them was to protect against any corrupt dictatorship that would harm them, yes. why it was introduced. I mean, that law. What law? What law are you talking about, MJ Tiger Fang? And because the purpose of owning them was to protect against any corrupt dictatorship that would harm the people. Yes. Yes. I prefer buns, Lewis, not guns. But you know what? If you have a gun, you could protect your own buns. You could protect your buns. Alfie Cap. Birdseye says this: the UK is probably more dangerous than America right now. Parts of it probably true. Putting the whole gun discussion aside, there's definitely more dangerous people right here in 2025. I would have to say that that's true. I mean, possibly, yeah. I mean, America was a very safe place for certain groups of people. And then there was mass immigration after the war, and it just made the place dangerous. The way they do the gun stats in the USA is unfair, as the US has a population bigger than Europe, and Britain can fit inside of Texas. Per head, your chances of being terminated by guns is extremely low. Well, I said this the other day. Do you remember I said this the other day? It's if you are a certain type of person living in a certain place, you might not get killed quickly. I mean, it's changing really, because I mean, Minnesota used to be the safest place in the entire world, like boringly safe, fresh coconut, and now it's not. Should our systems work properly, we wouldn't need guns, but the dream is different than the reality. You need guns to protect yourself against the state. The state they're dangerous. They're dangerous. Our knife crime, says MJ Tigerfang, is still very much on par with gun crime by comparison. Okay. Well, I'm going to say this to you people. I want to say this has been pleasant for me. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I mean, I have. I think it's been very pleasant. It's been very, very, very pleasant. Have you all given a chance to speak? Let's make sure we do what's necessary. Let's go to Twitter. Okay. Let's go to subscribe. Let's go to Patreon. Let's go to PayPal or Ko-fi, Ko-fi. Let's go there. Okay. Let me say thank you. We've had 122 views at this time, and we've had 31 we got 31 people watching this stream. 31. It's been fantastic. And Kermit says, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to say, and let's just do a great big thank you to everybody. Alex and Andy, and Dolly Bannister was here in the beginning, and Maria, Alfie Cap, good to see you again. Darklands, Dave Toby, good to see you. MJ Tigerfang at number 18, very high. Alan Williams, Lilith, fantastic Lilith. You Janice, Fresh Coconuts, Marianne. Hope you feel better, Marianne. Don't cough, you'll feel better sooner. Alien Invader, Claire, who's probably not listening right now, she's off. But to Claire, Chartel, beautiful Chartel. John Van Dam, Ruben, MC Scott, Birdseye, Mr. Cuff. Joodles is number 4. You've dropped a place from yesterday, but you've been in the game, and I appreciate you so much. Joe is number 3. Kermit, guess what Kermit is? Kermit is number 2. And number one is Gnome Hunter. So a round of applause for Gnome Hunter. You've been really good. I'm gonna keep on the stream. I'm going to keep on the stream for a little bit. For a little bit. If you want to write something, if you want to say, hey, what about me? What am I, chopped liver? Joe Warrior was here. Fantastic. Andy, fantastic. Have I forgotten anybody by not reading the name? Dave Toby and Birdseye? Brilliant. Brilliant. Mr. Cuff, I think I've said your name, but thank you very much for being here. I think this was all right. I think it's all right. We're getting to be better and better and better at this. It can't be brilliant immediately unless you copy somebody else's technique, unless you copy somebody else's stream, basically. Basically. I think this has been good. Alien Invader, fantastic. Alan Williams, good to see you. You, Janice, because I thanked you before. John Van Dam, yeah, I got you before too. Darklands, Ruben. Okay. Are we going to say goodbye? Can we like it? Let's like the thing. Everybody, let's like the stream. Make Lewis Schaffer happy. Make Lewis Schaffer happy. I'm going right now. I'm going to put you on. Are you ready? I'm putting you on back at